just suntan lotion, baby. All nights by the Indian Ocean, baby. Had enough of getting laid. Kiss me quick, yeah, bucket and spade. Let's get back for the sake of my sanity. Let's get back to my life of calamity. Bye bye beach, hello reality. 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 Bye bye to the beach, hello to reality. Bye bye beach, hello reality.
Ja, herzlich willkommen zum Backstage-Interview von Kanal 21, dem Fernsehkonzert. Heute Abend haben wir die Guitar Gangsters hier. Vielleicht können Sie sich einfach kurz nochmal vorstellen. Welcome. Maybe you can introduce yourself with a few words.
Yeah, all I can say is that I'm Phil, the bass player of Guitar Gangsters. And, okay, I'm the slightly older and better looking...
Of course.
brother of the guitarist.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We'll miss out.
Family first.
I'm Peter, I'm on guitars and lead vocals.
I'm Gianfranco, I'm Guitar Gangsters drummer.
The drummer. Okay, so you can make a whole band with only 3 guys. Oh, the classic punk rock.
3's the perfect number. It's all you need.
Yes, of course. And how long are you doing this? How long are you touring? When did you met?
Right. The band started, Guitar Gangsters started in 1986-7. And we have been touring in Europe since 95.
Okay.
We've recorded 8 studio albums, 2 live albums. And we've been touring in Europe regularly since 95.
When was your last studio album? When did you?
That was a year ago. That was Badge of Honour, which is our last album that came out, and that was on Real Rec, a German label.
First time we've ever been on a European label. Oh, sorry, I was speaking this one. Yeah, first time we've ever been on a European label. So normally it's a UK label, but this time...
UK is not European.
Well, we don't count.
Sorry.
Oh, he's got me.
I've read something on your website and your MySpace that your bands you've heard in the beginning of your band there was the Clash, Ramones, but there was not the Sex Pistols. Why not?
That's a good question, actually. I mean, you can't help but if you grew up in the period that we grew up in, you can't help but be influenced by the Sex Pistols. But I guess we don't list them as our in our list of main influences, because I think we tend to head towards a more kind of melodic end of the punk spectrum.
Yes, they only did it for a few years, maybe that with the Course too.
It's true, but they did create a sound that I have to say we spent the first 3 or 4 years trying to reproduce that sound ourselves and got nowhere near.
Yes, and after 3 years you created your own sound. What would you say is your own sound?
I think our sound is... It's not unique. It's not a unique sound, but we take a lot of 60s influence, a lot of 60s melodies, a lot of rock and roll, a lot of doo-wop.
I can fail on my own, or haven't you heard? I don't need a thing, not another word. Rattle my cage, I'm ready to cry. Rattle my cage, I don't rattle right back. Rattle my cage, see what I do. Rattle my cage, like I'm looking for you.
What would you like to be asked in an interview?
You can't say that. Why not? It's too complicated for this time of night.
I think there would be some questions you've heard many times, so that you don't want to hear it again. But
I think the thing is, with a lot of interviews, we were speaking to you earlier before doing this, is that a lot of the a lot of the interviews we've done have been done over for either for radio or actually for magazines, and a lot of it is some of it is all about our political stance, and that's not something that we really talk about, because that's not what we don't have a major political stance, and so it's not that's the opposite end of the spectrum, is the fact that not what we like to be asked, but it's something that we don't like to be asked, because it's just not something we do.
So thank you for the interview. We will see you downstairs and rock and roll.
Thank you very much.
Das waren die Guitar Gangsters im Backstage-Interview von Kanal 21, dem Fernsehkonzert. Weitere Informationen können Sie gerne unter myspace.com/Fernsehkonzert abrufen. Das war's. Vielen Dank. Tschüss.
Gotta get going, gotta get the bus fixed now. Bielefeld town is still 400 clicks away. Last night's show's still fresh in our ears. We've been driving now for a million years. 200 videos, but time goes no faster. Look at us, the lurkers on the brakes, down blaster. Can't be long till